For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Quick note at the beginning of the episode, as you can see, I did a silly and recorded my computer screen rather than my webcam. So, unfortunately, there's no face cam for today's episode. Hopefully you can forgive me. I guess it confirms that the Napoli shirt that I'm wearing is actually light blue and not and not dark blue. But yeah, that sucks. Oh well, never mind. Into the transfer window we go. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 4 of the Napoli Career Mode series here on FIFA 17. Thank you for all of your feedback on the last episode. Added a couple of more names to the shortlist, and I'll show you them momentarily. Again, as I've mentioned in the previous few episodes, but there still are some comments about it. This is the genuine Napoli top, but unfortunately, because of the colour saturation I need to use and the colour correction I need to use to make the green screen work, it changes the colour of this top for some reason. So it is the light blue Napoli top, it's just that to you, it looks really, really dark blue. But there's no doubt I'll end up repeating that numerous times throughout the entirety of this series, but I think I'll leave it for a couple of episodes before mentioning it again, because I've said it a few times each episode so far. As we left off last time, as we join today, we are just past the final of the pre-season tournament that we won on penalties against Adelaide United. So we actually have more than a month until the next game against Pescara. Don't know why I struggled to say Pescara so much. So I'm not sure whether we'll even have any gameplay today, because then it might be like half an hour's worth of purely transfer action. We'll have to wait and see. If there isn't much transfer action, but I think there might be, then we'll play the game against Pescara today. But it will probably be tomorrow. You'll know by the time this video goes up, because you'll be able to see what's in the video, but obviously I don't know because I haven't got there yet. The budget at present looks like that, 57.5-ish million with 200 grand in the wage budget. We raised about another 9 million from the pre-season tournament, but one thing that actually got brought to my attention is that Pavoletti can be added to the transfer list. He was new at Napoli this year, but on the download latest squads, you can actually sell him, and I really don't want him, so I'm going to sell him on, and that means we will be bringing in a striker in this window. Who that striker is, don't know, but we will find out in due course. Like I say, added another couple of names to the shortlist, and a couple of people that were already on the shortlist really stood out in the comment section with regards you guys saying that yes, you really should sign him. Bartolomei Drongowski was highly recommended by you guys. I might loan him the first season and then look to buy him after that, because they've only just signed him. But if I approach Fiorentina to loan him, then I will hopefully, it says sporadic first team member, maybe even I could add a future fee of like 3 million. And we could perhaps loan him in to then buy him later. We'll say a 1 year loan, or maybe even a 2 year loan. Fuck it, if I can get a 2 year loan and then have the future fee set at 3 million, then no matter what he grows to, I should be able to buy him for 3 million, right? Theoretically, is that how that works? I think it is. I'm not sure. I added Nicola Lieli to the list. Used to be at Juventus, now at Olympiacos, although not sure whether his stats are actually up to scratch with regards the competition that he has for a first team spot right now. Geronimo Rulli is new at Sociedad as a permanent player, was previously there on loan and now permanent, so similarly with Pavoletti, we would be able to buy him if we want to, but I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I think I'm leaning away from Perrin, though. Oh, well, yeah. Actually, whilst we're here then, Lalislav Krejci was very, very popular in the comment section, so I'm most definitely going to try and bring the young Czech into the team. He has potential, apparently, to get towards the... the player has recently joined this club and won't move again. It says at the club since 2016. So, what does that mean? The game's contradicting itself here. Well, I'll offer £8 million and we'll just see what happens. And we'll see which one is true. Whether he's recently joined or whether he's been there since 2016. That's odd. Anyway, Balde Keita was fairly popular. Waiting for a full scout report back on Marco Piacca. He looks like he could be pretty tasty. If we aren't able to bring in Krejci, then I'd lean towards Piacca. Although there were a couple of people that recommended Politano. Just I think mainly because he's quick, more so than anything else. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll wait for full scout reports on a number of people. Apparently Gezal's not very good, so we will end the scouting and remove him from that list. And as I mentioned, the striker, Belotti is the obvious target with the ones that we've got on the list at the minute. But actually, a handful of people actually were saying, go on then, bring back Edinson Cavani if you can. So I'm not sure whether I might do that. Have Cavani back at the club for a year or so, whilst Milik grows to catch up rating-wise, and then Milik can take over and we'll sign another youngster next year, perhaps Giovanni Simeone, of course Diego Simeone's son, at Genoa currently, or Genoa. Is it Genoa or Genoa? I think it's I don't know actually. So you'll have to let me know. Where's the emphasis? Is it Genoa or Genoa? Let me know. I've had plenty of help with regards to pronunciations in the description. Thank you very much. Shout out to Seb on Twitter as well for letting me know how to pronounce Bartolomew Drągowski. So thank you for that, giving me all of the tips and hints with regards to the accents in Polish. But Giovanni Simeone's just moved to Genoa from River Plate, so we wouldn't sign him this season. But like I say, could go for Cavani, use him for a year, then sell him on next year. Milik will have grown, and then we could go for Giovanni Simeone next season. Maybe. Or we could just get Belotti now, and that would be it. But I'm sorely tempted to bring back Cavani, you know. I really am. That idea has been growing on me over the past 24 hours or so. With regards to the wing-back situation, I've also added Matteo Darmian to the list. We could potentially use him at right-back. Of course, Man United tend to be using Antonio Valencia at right-back recently. So Darmian's been surplus to requirements at Old Trafford, so we could contemplate bringing him in as a young Italian, well, he's not that young, he's 26, but as an Italian national. Also added Benjamin Henrichs to the shortlist. I don't know anything about him, so going to need to scout him, but I'm not sure whether he's going to be good enough. We will remove Daniele Rugani from the list. And actually, Sead Kolasinac was quite popular with you guys in the comment section, and he looks like he could be very, very good. Johnny apparently is pretty good too. With regards to left back and right back, I think someone said in the comment section. Yeah, wow, he could play anywhere in the defensive line, although he is only 5'9", but he has got great jumping apparently. It's one of his standout stats. Well, we'll wait for the scout report on him. Could be intriguing. Sead Kolasinac and Johnny being the two main targets, although Darmian and Davide Zappacosta looks pretty tasty as well, so we might go for him. We'll have to wait and see what happens. With regards to wide midfielder, I think Craigie I'm going to go for as a youngster, but I might go for someone like Bernardo Silva as just a phenomenal signing. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. It's all up in the air at the minute, and Thomas Lemar is going to be really good as well. It's all up in the air. A few people were saying maybe drop Cajon to the bench, play Milik up top, and Mertens out wide. So we could try that. And actually, you were saying have Mertens on the left because he can cut inside and shoot, and Insigne's got good crossing, which he needed. Well, it's 82. It's not amazing, but we could train it perhaps better than Mertens's, for example. So we'll have Mertens on the left, Insigne on the right, and then Milik up top. Unless, of course, we bring in Cavani, in which case Cavani would go up top. But that means I'm going to need a striker on the bench, and at the minute we only have Pavoletti. So I am definitely going to need a striker in this window. But although, to be fair, I could play Dries Mertens at striker as well, and I could play Cajon at striker, and Insigne could probably do a job there as well, and Hamsik could probably do a job there as well. So whilst they might not be downlisted as a striker, we have a number of players that can play in that position. I'm just going to take Raphael off the bench. I don't tend to like to have a goalkeeper on the bench, just not the way that I've done things. Maggio can play in midfield as well as at the back, so I'll leave him there. We'll have one right back, two centre backs. Actually, a few people were saying start Maksimovic over Raul Albiol to try and get Maksimovic to grow so that we can then buy him later in the year. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. With regards to centre mid positions, again, like I say, probably going to keep hold of everybody I've got right now and not looking to improve in central midfield, not looking to buy anyone else in. Apparently Leandrinho has great potential, so hopefully if we can get him a loan deal, then he could actually continue to grow quite well. Apparently he can get to the mid-80s, which is quite remarkable considering he's still mid-60s, but obviously he's still only 17 years old. So we'll advance a little bit. We'll wait and see what actually... Did I offer? I did offer for Krejci, didn't I? We'll wait for a few scout reports to come back, and then we will throw some bids in, or throw even more bids in than we already have. Literally 2 days later, after I advanced, we've got some scout reports back. Davide Calabria is only 70 rated. Ugh, not sure about that. We'll remove him from the shortlist. Sorry, David. He's not going to come in. David Neres. He was the guy from Ajax, wasn't he? Yes. Very, very fast. That's interesting. 90, he's 19. He's 72 rated. He's very quick. He's not that strong, but he is 5'10". I think I won't sign him in this series, but in a future series, perhaps at an RTG style club, when we replace the Cambridge United one with something else when we finish that, he might be someone I go for, actually, because he looks pretty decent. But he's not really good enough right now for this series. Similarly with Kennedy, unfortunately. I think Krejci is definitely going to be the main option that we look at. Bakayoko, I threw him on the list because he was quite popular with you guys, but doesn't actually look that good, to be completely honest. And obviously, as we mentioned, we're not really looking to sign anyone in midfield. Giovanni Lo Celso, I'm going to say no to him as well, I think, to be fair. And Thomas Lemar, what do his stats look like? He's only 80 rated overall. Fast, though, or fast enough, and good on the ball. We're going to have a lot of options here. We're going to have a lot of options, and it's going to be extremely difficult to be able to decide between those options. I just want to see what Lamar's skill moves and weak foot are. I can have a scroll down in my shortlist to my left mids. I don't think I've ever had as many players on my shortlist at one time ever in my life ever. Yeah, Lamar. He's only 20 years old. 3-star skills, 2-star weak foot. That doesn't light me up, to be honest. 5'7", but he's 8 rated at 20. I'll throw a bid in. A few people were saying go for Mbappe, but obviously we've got Mbappe in the road to glory, so I don't really want to go for Mbappe. I'll offer 20 million. We'll see what they say to that. But we are going to need, although we have got Pavoletti, I guess we could use his make weight. Let's throw a bid in for Edinson Cavani. Caprari, not sure about him. And Tizzaretti, I'm just going to say no to him now, I think. Apologies to those of you that recommended him, and I forgot to remove Lo Celso. Actually, a few people were saying that Grifo actually isn't that good either, so we will halt our potential interest in him. I don't want Berardi, so we'll remove him from the shortlist. But Edinson Cavani, I will throw a bid in for. And I'll use Pavoletti as make weight in it, to be honest. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. And we'll offer 28. 28 plus Pavoletti, and we'll see what they say. We've got a lot of money, and we could raise some more with the sale of a couple of players and free up some wage budget with the loaning of a couple of players. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. We'll advance a little bit further. And I get exactly 1 day further down the line. Fiorentina have rejected... The club is unsure whether to allow this player to be sold at the end of the loan spell. So under this... okay, so they don't want a future fee. I'll just loan him for 2 years then, shall I? How's that? I'll loan him for 2 years. That perfectly would perfectly solve our goalkeeper situation. What did that say? Recently moved to this team and is not available. Great. Okay, well, we can't get Krejci. I might get him in the summer. In the January, sorry. Oh, an offer for Sepe is undervalued, though. Give me 3.5 and you can have him, Empoli. Alright, motorbike. Well, that opens up the wide midfielder slot, doesn't it? If we can't get Krejci this window... I didn't want the scout report at all, did I? If we can't get Krejci this window, do I go and get someone like Lamar then? Or do we go... Well, I guess it depends how much money we've got left after we signed a striker. But do we go all out and get someone like Bernardo Silva? God, we're going to have so many decisions to make. It's going to be so difficult. I'm going to advance a little bit further. PSG are interested in Pavoletti, but they want significantly more money. And yes, it would be cool to bring Cavani back, but I'm not sure it would be worth spending 50 plus million. Lamar they want 32 for. We offered 20. How about 26? I'll meet you in the middle, halfway. Well, I guess 26,250 would be exactly halfway. Edison, the goalkeeper. I think we are going to get Bartolome Drongowski, though. But Edison looks okay at 22. 86 reflexes, which is pretty good. Not sure about him. Bernardo Silva scout report. He's very, very good. 82 rated. It's not as fast as I might like him to be, although I could use him in a cam role. But we've got Dries Mertens for that, and Insigne can play there. But he's only 21, so there's plenty of room for growth there. I'm going to remove Mbappe. I'm really going to need your help with this. Kolasinac. He's only 77 rated. 74 acceleration completely kills him off. That sucks. Why does your acceleration have to be so slow, Sayed? No, I think we'll look elsewhere. Pulisic, 75 rate. Whoa, damn, he's quick. I didn't realise he was that fast and agile as well. Could we get Pulisic maybe? It'd be another cheap option. He's only 17 too. Fuck. 7 million? He's kind of an obvious signing, although I guess Emre Moore is more obvious than Pulisic. It's just that he recently got another inform, didn't he? So he's kind of in the spotlight right now, Christian Pulisic. Pacini, no, he's just not going to be good enough, I'm afraid. We'll remove you. Federico Chiesa is someone I didn't know anything about, and there are so many better options, I'm afraid. Sorry. Sylvain Widmer, he was the Swiss right-back, wasn't he? Looks all right. We'll leave him on the shortlist. Federico Mattiello. There are loads of players that you guys suggested that I don't know anything about. Yeah, he's just not going to be good enough, I'm afraid. Matteo Politano. Quick, agile. All right, but he's strength of 38. Not keen on that. We'll have to wait. We'll have to wait and see. Again, I think there are better options. Marco Sportiello is, I don't know about him. He's on loan currently anyway, I think. Antonio Barreca. 74 rated Jeeps. 89 sprint speed. Could be a good backup for Gulan. We could train him. If a defender's young, if they have great physicals, then they are an option because you can train the technicals. That's a genuine potential. Marco Piacca. I like the look of Marco Piacca. I'm going to throw a bid in for him. Bartolomei Drongowski. We can get him in on loan and he'd be a great backup. We can train him as well. Piacca looks sick. I'm gonna go and try and get Piacca, I think. Although Pulisic did look good as well, but Piacca's taller and stronger. Is he taller and stronger? He's definitely, yeah, he is. He's 6'1", wasn't it? Did it say 6'1"? Yeah. Oh, piss. He's recently joined the club and won't move again. Right. Well, we won't get Marco Piacca then. Oh God, that's annoying. Oh God, that's so frustrating. I immediately was like, you know what? He looks quality, but can't get him. Absolutely typical. Let's see what we get here. Oh, loan offer accepted. Goalkeeper is coming in. £9,600 a week. Bargain. Good. Right, that's the goalkeeper situation sorted. Drongowski, I can train. He's on loan for 2 years. So we'll move Pepe Reina on next summer. And hopefully we'll get a young guy come through the youth system. Empoli, what do they say? Please tell me you accepted it. They didn't, but they will offer me 3.1 and I will accept now that we've definitely brought in another goalkeeper in Drongowski. So he's in. Simone Scuffert. Oh, I don't need goalkeepers now, do I? I can just remove him. Giovanni Simeone. 74 rated. He has potential. Well, obviously I can't buy him right now. But we'll have a look at him again in January. I'll leave him on the shortlist. Caprari, I wasn't sure about him. Yeah, he's quick, but he's just not my. Well, he is kind of my sort of player, but he's not good enough, I don't think. I need someone that's going to be able to do a job relatively soon, and he's going to need a lot of training. And Alex Merritt is just not good enough at all, not even close to being so. Offer for Lamar was unacceptable. I offered 26. They rejected. I'll offer them 29. Lamar does look good. It's just his weak foot and his skill moves that kill me off. I cannot justify spending that amount of money on Cavani. I really can't. It would be cool to bring him back, but I just can't justify that size of sum. They want 10 million for Pulisic. I mean, That's a bargain, really. For a player like that, with that sort of potential and that pace. Oh, scout report on Johnny. That's what I was waiting for. And Damian as well. Transfer offer for Koulibaly. No, we'll reject all future offers. Sevilla obviously recently sold Zizek to Mönchengladbach. That's why they're looking for a centre-back. Player sold. That means that Luigi Sepe has gone to Empoli. And Dortmund have accepted the offer. And he only wants 30 grand a week. Oh, God. What's going on there? Yes, that suits me down to the ground. I'll say sporadic first-team player. He might want more, but with decent wingers already, he isn't going to see a large amount of football in this first season. It's more the second season that he'll take to the fore. With I'll probably sell Callejon next year. Actually, Henrik's isn't as bad as I thought he was going to be. 75 rated, but I think we got other options. Henrik's might be another RTG style series player to buy. Johnny looks decent. But Damian is Italian. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go for Matteo Damian. I think we're going to have Matteo Damian as our backup right back for Hisai. That would... he actually looks pretty good, Damian. I wasn't sure how good he was going to be. But if we can pick him up fairly cheap, because Manchester United don't tend to use him that much. What? I wonder what his squad role is. What's his current squad rotation player? Damian is one of the key players in his role. Not really. I'll offer 13 million. If I can pick Matteo Damian up for under 15, then that'd be brilliant. I'd love that. 80 rated right back for under £15 million with the potential to grow even further. Sounds good to me. Right, let's throw an offer in for Belotti. I'm going to go and try and get myself a striker. Where are you? There you are. Andrea Belotti. Approach Torino to buy. And £25 million straight off the bat. And hopefully they'll accept that. I might need to go up to 30, but that's still great. For a 22-year-old that has stats like that already, that's a bargain. That is an absolute steal. Oh, Monaco have accepted 29 for Thomas Lemar. But do I need him because I just brought in Pulisic? Would that be a waste of money? Probably, but... Tell you what, I'll keep the deal... I'll keep it in the works and I'll take your feedback on that. Because we have just bought Pulisic, so we don't necessarily need him. Can I sell Giaccherini, actually? If I can sell Giaccherini, then I could sign both of them. Giaccherini, can I sell you? Please say yes. Oh, I can sell Giaccherini! Oh, I can't sell Giaccherini! Piss. Alright. We'll wait. Yeah, we'll wait. I might sign Lemar I might sell Giaccherini in January and sign Lemar then. I'll take your feedback on it. Let me know in the comment section. Let's get a striker in first. A loan offer in for Leandrinho, Mallorca for 2 years. Suits me down the ground. Get yourself some first team football, son, and please grow as much as everybody in the comment section reckoned that you could. That would be great. Right, what else is going to happen? We're only just heading into August. We've still got 3 weeks to the first game of the window. First game of the season, sorry. They want 21.5 for Damian. I'll give you 16.5. They should accept that. They should accept that. I'd like to think they'll accept that. They want 38 for Belotti. No. I'll give you 30. Because we could still... Actually, I could throw Pavoletti in maybe and save some money. Unless this is not for Pavoletti. It's not. It's for Hamsik. And he's going nowhere for obvious reasons. So he can stay. And, my youth scouts. For the first time, we're getting some youth scouts back. 66 to 90. That could be a potential goalkeeper to replace Pepe Reina. And that would move Drongowski up to first-team goalkeeper. 63 to 85. No. Ugh, don't like the look of you. 67 to 91. Hello. Not as tall, but potentially high-rated at a younger age. Daniele Mancini. Interesting. 51 to 71. No. And that was 94. So, they're all goalkeepers. Really? Do you have to give me all these goalkeepers? 6 foot. What was it? 6'2", 6'3", 6'4". Oh, Mancini is just infinitely better than Bruno already. So we will keep those two there. Right. What's Lena got for me? 69 to 93 potential. Interesting. No, don't want you. Especially don't want you. Oh God, I especially don't want you. Come on, Lucas, you can give me better options than that. We'll keep that one alive, but other than that, he didn't really have anything worthwhile there. Right, let's move a little bit further through. At this rate, I've been recording for half an hour now. It doesn't look like we're going to get any games played. Oh, jeeps. Which one do I sign, or do I get both? I really don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. I have absolutely no idea what to do here, genuinely. Lamar is expensive at 29 million, but he's 80 rated at 20 years of age. But Pulisic is 75 years of age. 75 years of age. 75 rated at 17. What are Pulisic's skill moves and weak foot? Because if they're significantly better than Lamar's, then I will sign Pulisic and just not get Lamar. Come on, Pulisic, where are you? Show me your stats. Hello. He's only got 48 strength, though. But he is 4-star, 4-star. I'm going to get Pulisic. I'm going to get Pulisic, and I will not get Lamar. I'm going to get Pulisic and not get Lamar. Because someone that's that, like, for a third of the price. A third of the price. And we can train Pulisic, and his physicals are already exceptional. Sorry, Thomas, but you're going to have to stay in France, my man. Pulisic is in, and he will be, long-term, our Jose Callejon replacement. And we've had offers accepted for Darmian and for Andrea Belotti as well. Things are heating up. He wants 70 grand a week. I'm more than happy to give him that. And I'll give him important first-team player, because I would like Milik to still play as well. But with Belotti and Milik both being 22 years of age, I don't think we'd need another striker for the entirety of the series, to be honest, especially with Dries Mertens still here that we can utilise in that role. I'll give important first-team player to Darmian. And I could use him in rotation with Hisai. Hisai's younger, but 1 rating less. But still, 79 rating for Hisai, and he's been good in pre-season. This is looking like it's going to be a very, very good transfer window for us. You are in, my man. Matteo Darmian joins the club. Superb. That's some great signings we've made so far. I will throw him immediately onto the subs bench, and he may actually have a considerable role to play this season, Matteo Darmian. Drongowski, let me rotate these guys around for OCD. Get you in order. Oh, that's wrong. And then do that. Right, there we go. Do I put Pulisic on the bench? No, we'll leave Callejon on the bench. Well, actually, Callejon can play at striker, so I'll have them both on the bench. Why not? Why the balls not? And then we'll do this. Great. And then Belotti will come in. Oh, and then I'll put Milik on the bench, and then Pulisic will go off the bench again. But anyway, that's fantastic. This window's been so good. I wasn't really too sure what to do when I started recording this episode, but as we've gone on, things have developed, and everything seems to be getting more and more cemented in my mind, and Belotti is coming in. I don't have any money left. I think that's everything done for this window. We signed a right-back that we wanted. We signed a goalkeeper that we wanted. We signed a striker that we wanted. And we signed a wide player that we wanted. I think that is an extremely successful opening transfer window. I can't say as I'm anywhere either... Oh, I'll start that again, shall I? I can't say as I'm disappointed with that in the slightest. I think that is a brilliant transfer window for us. So the starting lineup now is Reina, Hisai, Koulibaly, Maksimovic, Gulam, Zielinski, Diawara, Hamsik, Insigne, Belotti, Mertens, Tonelli, Albiol, Darmian, Allen, Jorginho, Callejon, Milik on the bench. Darmian will grow, Tonelli will grow, Jorginho will grow, Allen will grow, Callejon won't, but Milik will too. We've still got Shirasez as backup for centre-back, and he can play right-back as well, apparently, and indeed he can. We'll look to sell Strinic, and I would contemplate selling Maggio as well. And maybe bring in a young left-back. We'll have to wait and see as things develop throughout the window. But we'll advance as far as the Pescara game and see if anything else happens. Have I got anyone else? I mean, I'll have to have a look at who's on the transfer list. Rafael, Strinic and Pavoletti. So we could raise another 10 plus million there. And then with the wages going in there as well, is there a young left-back we could have a look at? Who have we got on the transfer list? Or shortlist even? A young left back. Oh, Johnny intrigued me, didn't he? I don't yet have the money. But what I could do is try and buy him with money and a player. That's probably not going to be enough. Oh, but he's only on 18 grand a week, so he wouldn't be much wage-wise. Oh, do I offer someone that's more valuable? Rafael maybe, or Pavoletti? I could offer a straight swap with Pavoletti. Pavoletti plus 2 million. Let's try that. We might be getting another one in. Oh, this window just doesn't stop giving, does it? This is superb. This is probably the most fun I've had in a transfer window for a very long time. And that's saying something, because we had an extremely good transfer window in the Career Mode RTG recently. But this is absolutely fantastic. A transfer offer for Pavoletti, which is great timing, because Celta Vigo aren't interested in him. What is it? 5 from Bologna. Give me 7.5. 8? 7.5. Give me 7.5, and that would give me enough to sign Johnny, because then I could move some of the wage budget into the transfer budget. Let's offer 3.5 plus Strinic, because he'd be the player that he's replacing. If Pavoletti leaves, then we will most definitely have enough money for him. I'm enjoying this. I'm really enjoying this. I hope you guys are enjoying the Napoli series as well. Do drop the video a like if you're enjoying, or if you've enjoyed, or if you're enjoying. Yes, they're going to meet the 7.5 for Pavoletti. Superb. Right, we'll leave that Johnny one there for. Oh, hang on, hang on. That wasn't what I thought it was. They are interested in Strinic, but they want 10.9 million. Well, I'm going to need to sell Pavoletti, and when Pavoletti's gone, I can go and get Johnny. Wow, middle of the pack finish. 18th isn't middle of the pack, is it? 18th is relegation. I don't quite think the media know what they're talking about there. Please tell me this is player sold. Please be player sold. Yes! Pavoletti's gone. That means that we can offer 8 million plus Strinic, and that we'd still have a decent amount of money left by the looks of things. I like that. We might be able to do something in January as well, with regards perhaps selling on someone like Giaccherini. Yes, Alessio Zerbin can go out on loan to Derry City for 2 years. See you later. A rather sad story, actually. Derry City's captain actually passed away about a week ago. So thoughts go out to everybody in Ireland. Transfer offer for Rafael. Good. That's another player we wanted to sell. I'll ask for 3.5, and hopefully they'll match that. And then we'll know roughly what sort of money we've got available for the January window. He wants 25 grand a week. I'm more than happy to give you that, my man. Oh, he says as he accidentally selects 24. And important first team player, because with the Coppa Italia and the Champions League as well. That's the point. Champions League. Who we got in our group? Have I already looked? I can't remember whether I've already checked to see who's in my group. I haven't. We have Celtic, Spurs, and Benfica. That's a winnable group. It'll be tough against Benfica and Spurs, but it's definitely a winnable group. I think that's going to bring today's episode to a close, actually. I've waffled on for almost an entire 45-minute period, so we'll play Pescara and AC Milan tomorrow and end the transfer window in tomorrow's episode. And Johnny will come in, and then we'll know exactly what we've got left for the January window. Plus, of course, we'll have the option to sell Giaccherini in that window as well. And I might perhaps sell Maggio in that January window too. And then by which point we'll have seen which players have started to grow for us, which ones we might think we might want to replace perhaps early. I have to be honest, I'm very pleased with that transfer window. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to this channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any more. There was an episode of the Career Mode RTG uploaded earlier on today, so check that if you missed it. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.